What's up, guys? So for the second video, I just got home from work a little bit early. As you can tell, I got a little bit of a dirt stash going, so we were shingling. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drain the gas out of the tank, because I don't know how old it is, and I'm gonna take this thing outside and pressure wash it just to clean it up. I'll give you guys a little bit more of a close-up of like how dirty it really is. I'm not gonna film me actually pressure washing it because that's boring. And I gotta get it off this friggin' table, which means I gotta lift it, which is probably the least fun part about this. But get it cleaned up, that way gas tank's empty, then I can start dealing with oil because I know the engine turns over. But parts are on their way to start reassembling it. I was gonna strip this thing right down to the frame, but just because it's for my son's Christmas present for Christmas, I'm not gonna do that. I might do some touch-up spray painting. We'll see, but I mean, it's freezing temperatures. It's like -10 tonight. So at the very least, I can get it cleaned up and looking decent and running for him to have on Christmas morning. And then come spring, I'll probably tear it right down and, you know, repaint everything and do a good job of it instead of just like hacking it together, because you can see like somebody painted the cowling and they just got paint everywhere, and I don't like that look. This is my first project working on one of these things that isn't in great shape. So yeah, either way, let's get into the video. I'm gonna drain out the gas, get this thing off this stupid little plastic table I got, get my pressure washer out. It is 1 degree outside, by the way. But I'm gonna spray everything off and get her cleaned up, looking a little bit nicer, just to work on when I go to start working on the motor and stuff like that. And yeah, we'll see you guys in a few minutes once this guy's all cleaned up. But I'll throw in some clips of how it's looking right now, because it's pretty fucking dirty. Okay, I got the gas tank just loosened off. There actually is a fair bit of gas in it, so I don't know what to do with it. So I'm just gonna put it into this, and yeah, I'll deal with the gas after that. If it looks clean, like this is fairly clean, I probably won't use it. I'll just use it to start like a bonfire or something like that. But I'm gonna dump the gas into that and take it outside and pressure wash it. It's actually pretty clean. Look, clean gas. Sorry, I've been drinking. And quite a bit of it too. But it's probably just regular. I usually run premium in any small machine, whether it be a snow blower or anything like that. Hopefully I didn't kink the gas tank too bad. Or the gas line, I mean. Don't want to break that. Okay, well that's pretty good. That's pretty empty. Okay, so I'll just reassemble this, take it outside, pressure wash it. Just got back in from giving it a pressure wash, and it is already looking 10 times better. You can clearly see everything's, I mean, as clean as it's gonna get. You can, like, there's definitely corrosion, which is fine. Like I said, because this is my first one, I'll probably want to tear it apart again in spring when I can actually paint things properly and just completely rip this thing down. But for now, for a 6-year-old's Christmas present, I think it's gonna be pretty pumped. Not done yet, so the gas tank's empty, like I said. So next thing, I'm gonna let it dry before anything, like it's gotta completely dry. But then I'll start dealing with the oil. I got a whole bunch of new parts on the way. I got a new carburetor on the way. New throttle, new back brake, because that's all it has, new headlights. Everything should be pretty good. Spark plug was good, so I did not order one of those. I probably will. And if I get off work early again this week, maybe. We'll see what the weather does, but I'll clean up the body. I'll take it outside again, pressure wash it. Just clean off, you know, just so it's as clean as it can be. But then we'll just start getting this thing running. And yeah, that's the plan. That's the goal anyways. But it's looking way better. Let me guys show you this up close. Much, much better. As you can see, we got snow outside. That's that's snow. But just looking way cleaner. The gas tank. And look at the spray paint, like just overspray. Yeah, not bad. I'm pretty happy with that. I should also mention that I'm actually the third owner of this little 50cc. So it's probably just been abused, I'm guessing. I mean, wear and tear obviously, but definitely abused. It's an older model for sure. Not that I can tell because all of those markings are gone. But that doesn't matter. At least all the Chinese parts are basically universal. But yeah, I'm pretty pumped about this. I can't wait to like get into this and get this thing actually just like, you know, idling. Just idling. But yeah, next thing. Anyways, sorry, I'm rambling. But let it dry out. Then I'll deal with the oil. I'll show you how dirty that is because who knows if it's been changed at all. And we'll just go from there. The new part should be in next week, but this will all be in one video, I think. Otherwise, it'll be too short or too long. I don't know. I don't know what you guys like to watch. You guys might not even like me or my channel. You might think it's crap, so I'm okay with that. Either way, that's what's happening. Let this dry. I'm going to have a couple drinks in the garage because it's nice and warm. And we'll see you in a bit. How's it going, guys? So I got some parts in. I got the back brake. I got oil. I got some... Sexy Butte, Jesus Christ. It's been a long day. Some nice sexy blue fuel line. So, first thing I'm gonna do, I got limited time, so that's why it does seem rushed, but I'm gonna disconnect the fuel line from the carburetor. I'm gonna put the brake on, the new brake on, and I'm gonna give it an oil change, and that's gonna be that. I did get lights. I got lights, but oh my god, is there an issue? Why wouldn't there be? Because I have that kind of luck. That's okay. Either way, fuel line disconnected, oil change, put on the new brake, and we'll just go from there. So first order of business, I'm gonna get that fuel line disconnected from the carburetor. I got my makeshift tray. That'll be for the oil as well. I'm gonna let the gas drop into that. Let's just disconnect it, see how it goes. Trying to spill gas everywhere, which I probably will, considering the way the week has been going. But because I'm doing an oil change, I don't want any stuff, because you know that I just power washed it. I don't want any of that stuff going in there. I don't know if this is going to come off the way I'm thinking it's going to come off. Oh, it does, okay. Okay, that just came off. Try and get it away from there. All right, there we go. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I'll zoom in if I can. And I'm editing, but I think that's off. All right, the one off the tank should come off next. That's probably gonna drip places, who knows? I got all the screws loose. I can loosen that guy off a little bit more. Sorry, I know I'm cutting off the screen, but whatever. I just got home from a freaking long day of work. Shingling the roof. My back's a little bit sore, actually a lot sore. So we'll get that off of there. I think that should just come off there. I don't know why it's not. Because even though it's Wednesday, it feels like a Monday. 1 sec, my heat just shut off. I gotta turn the heat back on. Hold on. All right, I'm having a little trouble getting the main gas line off the tank. It doesn't just want to pull, so I'm gonna cut it extremely carefully and hope I don't fuck anything up. Okay. Gas line is off. I'm gonna save that. Never know when you're gonna need spare parts, but that's good. There's no gas actually dripping out of it, so perfect. So next thing I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna put on the brake, the new brake. Then we'll do the oil change and see how, yeah. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and install the new brake, and I do say try because, like I said, I'm no mechanic, but I'll get the new brake on. After that, we'll tackle the oil change. Then we gotta wait for the carb to show up. And this thing should fire right up. Sorry about the long pause in there. Like I said, it's been a long, long day.